Valley is a concept where we usually make students upskill. Not only upskill, but we usually focused on practical knowledge. Here in Slate Valley, we make students to interact with the current technologies. That was our motto, and we initiated Learn Next 30. The Learn Next 30 established it to make 30 webinars for next 30 days. For each day, we will be having new concept with the new expert. Today, our expert is Guruprakash sir from Nextwave, a senior product designer, and we are so honored to be with a part of this. Now it's up to like I'm handling these all the participants to Guruprakash sir. Sir will take hand over to sir.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you, Ravi. Thanks for the warm welcome. Hi, everyone.
Sir, I some
My screen visible? Kiriti?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So today we are discussing an interesting topic in the product design segment. So before jumping into the core important parts, let me introduce myself. So I am Guruprakash Adimulam. I work as an product designer too at Nextwave. So I take care of multiple products at Nextwave, from NIT websites to Learning Pod, and then the uh, academy and then intensive websites as well. So below is my social media handle, Guruprakash_Adimulam. So you can check my LinkedIn or Instagram in case if you have any queries or doubts regarding the UI UX design or the product design. You can reach out there. I can help you more than I can help you out on those queries and all. So the entire discussion is divided into multiple parts to better understanding for you guys. So the entire concept was divided into multiple three parts. So first one is an introduction. So here we will understand about the behavioral and psychological principles, and here we will walk you through why behavioral and psychological principles are important, and how the startups like Zepto or Blinkit or Redbus, how those guys are using the behavioral and psychological principles in their applications for the better user experience, right? So with the real-time examples, we will understand the entire concepts. So before jumping into the main core thing, so why behavioral and psychological principles are really important? So if you observe here, from the top side, top to bottom, the world, the environment, and the world contains the human inside the world, and human has problems and needs, right? Everybody has some their problems and then their needs and all. So, and then solutions to the problem. Majority of the design frameworks in the entire world was solving or was helping us to solve problems and the needs of the human, and they are giving the solutions of the problems. Maybe you will aware of some of the frameworks in the market like lean and double diamond diagram or design thinking. There are multiple frameworks are there. So majority of the frameworks helps us to identify the problems and the needs of the humans, and then help us to identify the solutions or identify the uh, futures to solve those problems and then needs. But the greatest designers, so some of the companies like Urban Company or Zepto, Uber, Spotify, Microsoft, majority of the companies focus on top segments as well. Like they will understand the humans, they will understand the environment, and they will understand how human brain works, or how human um, taking the responses, how human is thinking, and how human is reacting, all of those. So here let's play a small activity, right? So humans are very different from each other, so we will understand of from this activity. So I'm showing you 5 different chocolates here. One is eclairs, Mango Bite, Halls, Melody, and Kacha Mango. Now, in your comment section, you can mention, in case if I show you five of these chocolates, so which one you will eat first. So mention in the comment section. Let's see this interesting game. So yeah. Halls, Melody, Kacha Mango. So through these comments, we are able to understand that humans are not same, right? So everyone is not same. Everyone feeling and how they react, how their brain works, everything is different. So someone likes to eat Melody first, someone likes to eat Kacha Mango first, someone likes to eat Mango Bite first. So different people has their different own choices and then how the brain works. So that's why we are all very different from one another in so many ways. Now we understood why the different people have different mindsets and how people reacts in different possible ways. Let's understand how to use this behavioral and psychological principles, how the other digital products or majority of the startup nowadays in the market are using this psychological and behavioral principles. So there are 5 senses that startups are using to influence the users to make the decisions. And number one is touch and hearing, eyesight, smell, and then taste. Smell and taste, majority of them are not related to digital because users cannot smell from using the mobile application and then they can't taste it. So first 3 things we will understand in this particular session, how the startups are using touch and then hearing and eyesights, how they are using and how they are influencing the users to make the right decisions and all. So let's jump into the module 2, the different examples. So first, behavioral and psychological principles are the scarcity. So what is scarcity? We value things more when they are limited in supply. So the scarcity contains again 4 different subcategories: quantity, time, limited access, and rarity. Let's understand one by one the subcategories. Quantity. So what is quantity? To make our product seems more valuable, we have to release it in small quantities and highlight that there is a limited supply. So majority of the startups and majority of the D2C brands, if you see in online or marketplace, they are using some kind of tricky or they are using some kind of psychological behavior by keeping limited supply, limited quantity. If you see hurry up, only few items left here, if they are showing it, so hurry up, few items left, automatically it will trigger some kind of FOMO in our brain. It will mention like, okay, something I am missing out, I have to purchase, otherwise some other person might purchase the product, so I won't get to purchase it. So that kind of feeling might come. That's why majority of the D2C brands, majority of e-commerce, you will see this kind of patterns where they will keep the hurry up, few left, hurry up, only few seats are left. So they will use this kind of techniques to create some FOMO in the user's mind to make the purchase or to make the user decision. The second one is the time. So limited time offer create the urgency and pushing the people to act quickly. So if you can see this kind of examples in some webinars or some kind of sessions. So what they will keep is they will keep offer ends in 18 minutes or deadline is December 21st. So these are some of the examples I took from B10X and then Growth School, where they will keep time timer. So within 18 minutes, this offer will close. Otherwise, you have to pay 929 rupees. So right now, if you register for this webinar, you will get only for 9 rupees. So this kind of patterns or this kind of principles, they will, so this kind of principles they will use to create some kind of urgencies in our mind, and then so that we will purchase and we will register as quickly as possible. So this is the time subcategory of scarcity. Next is the limited access. So making the product availability to only a selected group creates exclusivity. So if you see in Amazon or Flipkart Big Billion Days or Amazon Prime Days, so Amazon Prime Day will be available only to the users who has the Prime access or Prime subscription. So they can able to purchase the product one day before. So generally in for Sankranti or Dasara, Amazon or Flipkart create will they will put some big sales, right? At that time, majority they will keep something like, you will, whoever is access to the Prime, whoever has the Prime subscription, they can only access one day before, or they can only access to this particular products. So they will create some kind of limited access, so that okay, um, if I have to purchase the product one day before, I have to subscribe the Amazon Prime. So majority of them purchase the Amazon Prime or Flipkart Plus. So this kind of behavioral and psychological principles a majority of the e-commerce websites use. Next is the rarity. So rarity means highlighting the uniqueness and limited availability of your product. So this kind of principles generally we will see in some of the companies like Nothing or OnePlus or Lenskart. They will keep the rarity. This is the Maverick model. This is the limited edition for um, only limited edition or the rarity. So after few months or after few days, this kind of product won't be available. We have created only for the limited availability for the consumer or the users. So this is one of the principles that majority of the companies like Nothing or OnePlus or Lenskart, they will use to create the uniqueness in their products, so that the users will purchase and then users will make decision quickly. And the next important thing, this is very interesting, even I am also one of the person who fall into this kind of prospect theory. So prospect theory means, why losing why does losing 100 rupees hurts more than getting 100 rupees feels good? For example, let's say if I purchase one milk packet and one 500 grams of banana, and I will that may be roughly around 120 rupees or 140 rupees. Again, they will mention that if you order above 199 or 199 rupees, you will get the free delivery, or you will get the free delivery fees. So what we will do generally, even though if we don't need the products, we will generally add those to our carts and we will purchase, because we don't want to lose 30 rupees or we don't want to lose 20 rupees to pay to the delivery person. Rather, we are okay to purchase the things we don't like, or which we don't need for the next 1 or 2 weeks. So this kind of prospect theory also they will include in majority of the companies who are creating
Um, Sir, excuse me. You are muted. Yeah. So, Guruprakash Garu, you are muted.
now I am audible.
Yeah. Now you are. Guys, don't mute the speaker. Please respect the speaker, okay? Ravi Garu, can you remove the permissions to anyone? Thank you. Sorry, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience. Please continue.
Yeah, sure. So now I am audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the prospect theory. So majority of the quick commerce websites use prospect theory. So what is prospect theory?
Um, sir, hello, sir. Sorry again. You have been muted. Someone's muting you. Um,
Right.
guys, listen. If you don't have any interest in listening to this, please don't join. People have joined here for some content, for some value. Please respect that, okay? Please.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Sorry.
So they will keep some kind of threshold so that whenever they are not purchased the product, automatically they will show this kind of pop-up saying, if you purchase above this kind of this much of amount, you will get the free delivery. So automatically users will purchase the product and then get the free delivery of it. And then the third one, the third principle was framing. So what is framing? Framing means users make very different decisions based on how a fact is presented. Let's say if we go to some malls like Lulu Mall or Ratnadeep, which is very famous supermarket chain in Hyderabad and Telangana state, you will see this kind of product saying, for example, if some product says 10% fat, or if a product say 10% fat free, we generally choose the product which says the label with 10% fat free rather than highlighting 10% fat. So this kind of UX, this will we will call it as an UX writing. So where companies or where the digital products use uh, techniques to make the users feel that okay, this product is very good or this product is um, good product and all. So this kind of framing you will see majority of thing in offline products as well as the majority of D2C brands and e-commerce websites. This is the third principle. And then the fourth principle, I think majority of you are already aware of it. The fourth one is the confirm shaming. So product uses fear, shame, guilty to push the users into buying something or upgrading to the premium accounts. Let's say whenever I think majority of us are students, so we generally nowadays every student are actively using LinkedIn for their career purpose or to get the good placements in the companies. So we generally see this kind of message or notifications every few weeks or every 1 week saying some person viewed your profile. If you want to see who viewed you or who viewed your profile, then upgrade your premium account or upgrade to the premium account so that you will see who is viewing your profile. So this kind of fear or this kind of shame or guilty, they will include in our brain so that to see who viewed our profile, we generally automatically wants to upgrade to the premium accounts. So that is we will see this kind of principles in LinkedIn. And other one is whenever we are booking any tickets in Redbus or Abibus, so what they generally do is they will create some kind of fear saying in case if some accident happen, there is an insurance coverage, or in case if something was bus is cancelled, you will get 500 extra free fund. So they will create some kind of fear so that what we will do, we will protect our trip. So protecting our trip is just in 60 rupees. Okay, what if some accident might happen? What if the bus got cancelled? We will get the coverage, insurance coverage and all. So they will create some kind of fear in our brain so that majority of the users fall into that particular trap or the dark pattern so that they will purchase the protect their trip and then purchase the assurance program that the red bus is doing. So this kind of behavioral and psychological principles we will see in while majority to book ticket booking applications. And then the fifth one is the misdirection. So misdirection means this will comes to place when a product wants to hide the things that they don't really want users to see. So let's say, in case if, let's take an example of Instagram. So to deactivate or to delete Instagram accounts, it's not possible for a normal users to go and then delete the option, because the delete option they will don't keep in upfront. They will keep it in very rare place. It's take almost 5 minutes, or sometimes it takes a Google or some YouTube help tutorial help to find where exactly that button will be present. So this kind of misdirection, they will keep it in very rare place, or they will keep it in sub pages, so that after clicking on something and then we will get some other screen, after clicking on something we will get, so after lot of 4 or 5 screens we will get to see this kind of deactivations and all. The one of the reason is, in case if we show upfront, even not in Instagram, majority of the software they won't keep logouts, or they won't keep delete options in menus and all, because as soon as if we keep it in easy direction or easy accessible for the user, automatically majority of them will go and then click. So to make the user stay in that application for a longer period of time, so majority of the application use the deactivations or delete option in very rare places, or in the very rare position of the application. So this principle is the misdirection principle. And next one is very interesting principle or behavioral psychological principle, that is basket snaking. So what is basket snaking? Imagine adding stuff to your cart without asking. Not cool, right? That's what the basket snaking is, quietly increasing your bills. So sometimes whenever there is any cause or social cause is happening, so at that time majority of the companies like Book My Show or Zomato, they by default add some pricing, or they by default add some kind of price to the booking that we have done. For example, in the above image, if you see, they are contribute to the Book a Smile. That's an social kind of social cause for them. They are taking 1 rupee for every booking, every cinema ticket booking, so that they will contribute to the Book a Smile thing. And then below, if you observe, Feeding India donation. So right now, after the government policies and regularities, so nowadays none of the apps are using this kind of basket sneaking. But before COVID, or during COVID, majority of the application by default added this kind of pricings to all their bookings. So let's say Zomato, whenever I am purchasing any food in Zomato, automatically 1 or 2 rupees or 3 rupees will be add to the card automatically. So until unless if you see and if you observe, if you click on remove, it it will get removed. Otherwise the 3 rupees will get add to the cart, and then we will buy the products. So this kind of principles, or this kind of dark patterns, majority of digital products use nowadays in their digital product to influence the users for the better decisions. And then the seventh one is the drip pricing. So drip pricing is a strategy where a seller advertises a low price to attract the customer, but gradually reveals the additional mandatory fees as purchasing process. So whenever we are purchasing, or whenever we are booking a ticket in booking ticket booking applications, in the initial screens or in the initial pages, we will see very less price, because if we show all the additional cost in upfront or the initial screens, automatically there will be a drop rate, increase of the drop rate. By seeing that much of large number or additional prices, a majority of them will drop the application and they will use some other competitor application. So what majority of the digital products use here is, they will show very less price in the initial phases or in the initial screens. So so that after all the process, after adding passenger details or after adding all of those, and then at the end they will reveal all the additional fees. Like for example, here I have showed the screenshots of Redbus, wherein while booking a ticket I was shown 555 rupees, and then after while booking the ticket, while paying it, I got almost 100 rupees extra by the different charges, like levy fees and toll fees, service fees, reservation fees, and then GST. So if we show the same price for 665 in the initial screen, automatically users will drop off. So lot of drop rate will be there. So that's why majority of the companies and then brands, they will use this kind of drip pricing techniques and to influence the users for the better decision and user experience. This is the seventh principle. And then the eighth principle, I think majority of you are not aware of it, but majority of you are already trapped into this kind of principles or the dark pattern used by Netflix. So this is called emotional resonance. So what is emotional resonance? So emotional resonance means thumbnails that evokes the right emotion based on the past viewing behavior can make the content more appealing. For example, let's say if I like some kind of thrilling or investigation related movies. So what Netflix will generally do is it will filter out all the movies and it will show the thumbnail or the poster of the thumbnail or the movie. They will take particular element in that movie related to investigation, and then they will show it on screen or they will show it on poster, so that I will connect more and I will see more videos or more movies. Okay. Now if I like some kind of friendship or if I like some kind of chill thing, automatically Netflix will take the chill or friendship or cool vibe behavior in that particular movie, and they will show that poster in the poster automatically. I will get to see or I will relate to that and I will click on the movie and I will see that. So that's why the Netflix will use this kind of emotional resonance for the user, so that the users will see the movies for a longer period of time. This is the eighth principle. And then the ninth one, so this is also very interesting. So Mm, so halo effect. So halo effect is nothing but the perception of an unfamiliar thing tends to get better with the presence of familiar things around. For example, let's say in Hyderabad, let's take an example of Hyderabad. There is one restaurant called Paradise or another restaurant called Bawachi. Let's say there is one more restaurant newly started. We can consider it as Biryani Town. Okay. Biryani Town is one new restaurant started in particular area, and that area also contain Paradise and then Bawachi. Now, what this Swiggy or Zomato will do is they will keep the Biryani Town in the middle of Paradise and then Bawachi, so that whoever is seeing the restaurant, automatically whoever is seeing that Biryani Town card or restaurant name, automatically they will think, okay, this is also something kind of Bawachi on Paradise, because that is what the feeling of user. So users will feel better while seeing the while seeing something around it or already authentic or already good rating restaurants. So here in this example, if you see the Burger King and then McDonald's, suddenly if some Burgers Heaven restaurant was started in that area, what this Swiggy or Zomato or other applications do is they will keep this particular restaurant in the middle of Burger King and then McDonald's. Automatically, whoever is seeing the Burger King, automatically they will tend to see that, okay, this is also a kind of familiar thing. This is also something good restaurant or good rating and all, so they will purchase from that particular restaurant. So because without this, it's really not possible for that kind of Swiggy and Zomato to make or to promote the restaurant which are new to the market or which are new to the restaurant segment. So they will use this kind of halo effect and keeping the particular restaurant in the middle of a famous restaurant, so that the users will think that this is also a kind of famous one. So this is the ninth principle of halo effect. And then the 10th one is the picture superiority effect. So picture superiority effect means visuals are much more memorable than words, making them a powerful tool in communication. So whenever you are trying to create any applications in your college days or after the post graduation, you can use some kind of heavy very beautiful or high quality application, so that the users will use the application and engage more rather than keeping some kind of dull effects. So whenever you are creating any applications in UI UX, try to use the high quality application and tempting application, so that the users will tempt and then purchase the products. And then 11th one is the tiny habits. So tiny breaking the goals into smaller tasks increase the likelihood of achieving them. Let's say whenever you're creating any applications, or whenever any applications or brands outside the market tries to make the users to come every day. Even at Nextwave, we also use this kind of principles. So we will break down the entire, let's say there is 4 hours of course, we will break down the 4 hours of course into 30 minutes, and we will create some streaks automatically. Users will come and then daily revise it or comments complete that particular scheduled content for, but for that particular time. So if we show 4 hours of course for a small student who is parallelly working on college and then parallelly wants to learn something, it is not possible for them. So we have to break down the entire course or entire things into multiple chunks or parts, so that they will use the applications every day to complete one particular part or schedule part for them. So yeah, I think the last one is the storytelling bias. So storytelling bias is nothing but the narrative storytelling engage users makes the informative more memorable. So the example for the storytelling bias is Airbnb highlights the host and guest stories to build the trust. So in the initial days of Airbnb, I think most of you are aware of it. What Airbnb is? Airbnb provide the house, or they provide the some kind of rental houses for the tourist people who is coming to some kind of new places for them. So when initially it's really so hard for the Airbnb to create some trust in the users. So what they have done was they have kept the stories of host and then guest who came to the that particular rental house. So automatically by reading those stories or by seeing those stories, users got the trust of that particular house. They There is a lot of chances, or there was increased lot of booking rating and all. So this is the last behavioral and psychological principle. And then the final conclusion. So whatever we have discussed, I'm just recapping all of those. So improving the user experience is aligns design with natural human behavior for intuitive interaction. So whenever we are creating any designs, so we have to create, or we have to keep users in our mind. We have to wear the shoes, we have to walk through their shoes, right? So that we will understand from the user point of view, we will give a better experience for them. And then the second point is higher conversion. higher conversion drives actions like purchase and sign-ups with persuasive techniques. So this kind of behavioral and psychological principles creating a FOMO will make the user purchase or sign up fastly, so that they will think, okay, if we don't purchase within this particular limited of time, there might be a increasing in prices, or they might few slots are left. So we can use this kind of principles to increase the higher conversion rate. And then the third point is emotional connection. So build trust and then loyalty by addressing the user emotion and preferences. So let's say in our example of Netflix, so if we show some kind of resonance, or if we show something related to the users, there is a lot of trust and the loyalty will be built between the users and then brand. So users will come, and then retention will automatically increase if the user comes every day. So retention is one of the North Star metric for every products who wants to get into the market, who wants to be great product in the market. And then the last fourth point is the competitive advantage. So differentiate product by making them more user friendly and impactful. So nowadays, if you observe, if someone is creating a food delivery app, there is an hundreds of people who wants to try to create the same application. So to create the competitive advantage in between the different peoples, to create some gap between both of you, to create more, we should definitely has to use some kind of user friendly, or we have to use some impactful UI or UX design to create some user experience for them. And then yeah, finally, thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Kiriti, and then Ravi, for having me and then providing me with this great opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you, Guruprakash Garu. Thank you. That was